All recorded. Perfect. So thank you so much for joining us. Good evening, everybody. So my name is Olivia. I'm a leader gold in LiveGood. So Dr. Ryan, this is most of my leaders who have like 8 to 9 platinums with more than 10,000 members in my team. Remember we met back in October quickly to visit the warehouse, and I really appreciated the time you gave us. And also tonight, thank you again for meeting the team, because most of them have many concerns. They have many questions about the products and things that may be not working for them, and we wanted some answers as well. So just a quick overview of Mr. Goodkin. Mr. Goodkin is a doctor in pharmacy. So he's the director of the product development with LiveGood. So before we dive in, I just wanted to ask you my first question. How did you guys come up with LiveGood? Why did you guys started and say, yo, we need to start something like LiveGood? Why?
Thank you, Olivia. That's a great way to intro, I think, because there's two aspects of this business you all are familiar with. There's the business side, there's an earnings opportunity, and then there's the health side. And Ben and Nora primarily were on the MLM side. They understand network marketing, and they've seen the overcharging and all of the honestly the inequity of it, where most people don't make a single penny. They're expected to have some auto ship every month. I don't know that world. I don't come from multi-level marketing. My space has been functional and holistic health. I've been in the wellness space basically my entire professional career. And when Ben and I met, we talked about business opportunities and talked about things. And I told him, I expressed all of my interest in dietary supplements. I told him what he needs to be taking, how he can improve his performance and output. And he was, look, we talked, and it was a simple conversation. Let's disrupt both aspects, disrupt the MLM business model, and then let's disrupt the nutritional supplement side at the same time. And that's where we're launching. We're just launching with dietary supplements. And as we grow, we've talked about adding in additional products or services. Doesn't always have to be a product, to help us grow and scale and meet the masses where they need it.
Okay, I see. All right. May I ask, I know that we started back in June 2022. Was that a project that you guys were working on for a long time before you actually launched?
You started in June of 2022?
No, because when I first joined LiveGood, I heard LiveGood started on June 2022, most likely in the States, and then in December we went global.
Correct. That's absolutely correct. Yeah, the early. So this has been going for about 3 years or so with the startup, right? And you guys probably know with business, a lot of times there's startup, there's a ramp up period, and that is exactly true with this business. So June of 2022 is probably about when we started. Confirm your speaking language. Oh no. Anyway, so we started it then, and we launched it quietly. It was more of a soft launch. Then we moved to an aggressive full global launch in around December.
Okay, I see. All right. Also, I have many questions. I hope
Please.
I hope that you're able to answer all of them. Also now, I know that we tape in on wellness, and I know you mentioned in many of our Zoom that we might launch other products. Can you tell us more about that in terms of what's coming, what we should expect,
For sure. Happy to do that, actually. So on the dietary supplements, I talk about that as vitamins, minerals. So right now, you guys already know basically what we've got, but we're adding to that line. So we're talking about adding a gut support. We're offering a women's hormonal support, especially for aging women, starting in your 30s, progressing through your 60s and 70s, and sometimes beyond. We're talking about bone support. We're talking about adding additional lines, possibly more essential oils. We're doing more brain health, more gut health. So the dietary supplement side of things is going to be very busy. lots of new products. We're talking about adding, I don't know if you've ever heard of fulvic and humic acid, talking about chlorophyll. All these, they're a little bit different. They're sort of very interesting ingredients for a lot of things for wellness. We're talking about, and some things for brain health and cellular health, like NMN and resveratrol, or actually not NMN. That looks like it's going to be banned now in the United States, but possibly NR. There's a lot of anti-aging compounds that are very exciting right now that we're focusing on. And then we No, I'm back. I can unmute myself. I see you muted the rest of the panel. Thank you for that. So then we transition to household items. So guys, listen, we're trying to track a sort of clean label concept. And so we talk with nutritional supplements, you want to make it clean. You want to make it, healthy for you. But with household items like soaps, so we're talking about making a household cleaner. So a unit, like an all-purpose cleaner that we can use in our houses. We want to make it very affordable, but we also want to make it a healthy, because, a lot of these cleaners are very toxic, actually. They're very toxic for our bodies. And we look at soaps, we look at deodorants, we look at toothpaste. We're looking at, more household. Things you also put on your body, skincare. We're excited about adding in a whole kit of skincare, because that's another area where people make a lot of mistakes and put things on their skin that are just toxic and not healthy for you. And that's, it's a pretty, there's so many things I got to tell you. And then there's services. So these are more products oriented. Then we talk about services, more clinical aspect, more helping people understand how can they get healthy and what can they do to get healthy. And giving them some actionable items, things that we can help as like coaching and different access to medical services and things of that nature. We've talked about adding a digital product for some of our international friends that can't access our products. So there's a lot of opportunity, Olivia. We can go many, many different ways with adding in anything we want.
All right. We like that. And there are some people that ask, what are the goals for Live Good? Like, let's say, what's the aim goal for Live Good? How we want to see ourselves within the next 3-5 years?
That's a great question, Olivia. And I kind of have to simplify just by saying we want to be a household name, right? I think everybody should know what Live Good is. And most people will be a member. It's similar to an Amazon concept where you will have member pricing because you can get it for and it will make sense. So that's the answer. We want to be a household name. Most people should know about Live Good in the next 3 years.
I see you drinking tea. Is Live Good going?
Oh, this is collagen.
Oh, this is collagen. Okay.
This is your collagen right here. This is it.
I love it.
Natural colors.
I love it. I usually put it in my smoothies in the morning.
Oh, try drinking it in warm water in the evening. It's very calming. It's like a tea.
Nice. Maybe I'll try it. Definitely. Yes. Thank you for the tip. So,
Olivia,
yeah.
Can you translate for us about your last question? What is answer when about future Live Good? What we can expect? What he said exactly?
He said that okay, let me translate. So, il a dit que ils veulent créer un nom pour Live Good, tout comme Amazon a créé un nom pour eux. Donc, ils veulent vendre des produits qu'on trouve dans la maison. Donc, c'est-à-dire produits pour la peau, produits ménagers, produits qu'on utilise pour le corps en général. Donc, il veut avoir toutes sortes de produits. Il a dit que c'était une très belle question. Donc, il vise à réellement avoir toutes sortes de produits dans leur portfolio, en fait.
Okay. Can we go back to the product aspect? Hi, Dr. Ryan. We met back in October at the warehouse. I'm the one who passé Naboule. How is everything? Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. I would love to ask you just two things. First, when I start listening to you, like, I'm not saying busting about the product. I said, how can you be that sure about the quality of the product that you have, because you claim that we have one of the best in the market right now. What makes you so sure about that? That's one thing. And I would love for you to walk me through the certification process, because that's one thing that people ask me. Are you USDA certified? Are you this? Are you that? What kind of certification that we have for the product that I love, actually? So that's me on your side, asking for people who ask me about the certification and the quality of the product that we have here.
So thank you for those questions, because that is exactly my job as the director of product development, right? I'm an owner of LIVEGOOD, but my focus is product. So other companies have great products. Do not mistake me for saying we have the only product, the best product. What I will say is that when we develop our products, I have to know the sources of the ingredients we put in, and I need to understand and know the manufacturing process to ensure that the quality control measures are in place so that there's no funny business. There's no, a lot of companies in this space, a lot of companies that make dietary supplements say, well, there's no real regulation. There is. We are regulated. We are. It's under the FDA, but it's under the food guidelines. It's not the same as pharmaceutical drugs. We're under food. And so they're not as strict, but we choose to be strict. So we work with, our production facilities are only CGMP, which means they have the highest standard equivalent to pharmaceutical. So CGMP is the way that pharmaceutical companies operate. So from the moment that we pick an ingredient to the process of manufacturing, and then again, the testing of the finished product, is my job to ensure that what you guys are getting is exactly what I say it is. So whatever I say is in the women's multivitamin is exactly what's in there. And that's important. So I'm not going to make a claim that says our products are absolutely the best in the world, the only ones like it. Some are, like Factor 4. Nobody has a Factor 4. Nobody even anywhere close. But you know, magnesium glycinate, you can find magnesium glycinate on Amazon. You know, I don't know what the quality is like. Same thing with D3 and K2. So some of our products are unique and one of a kind and awesome, nothing else like it. And then others are not. And that's in all fairness. But we do price it in a way that makes us different. So we try to we don't mark it up very much. We try to give it to you near our cost. And that's a big factor in our business model. So quality, me, product development, all me. So anything you guys want to know, testing, how do we have the highest quality products? Like I can walk you through it in excruciating detail. I can tell you virtually every place that we source our ingredients from. Yeah, I mean, so look, I don't know many companies that do that and then have full transparency. I've said this before, but proprietary blends, we don't do those. I know there's a little confusion. It says it on our bottle, but we disclose the amount of every single ingredient line by line. So no hiding behind some blend. And a lot of companies do that. And I don't believe in that. So those are just a few examples of how I ensure quality.
It's crazy that you said that a lot of companies do that, because last weekend, I purchased tea, diet tea. And then I wish I knew what's in the tea. But now, me using LIVEGOOD products, that everything is labeled. And then I'm buying some tea, which is quite expensive, and I don't even know what's in it. And then that made me think of what exactly I'm ingesting and what exactly I'm putting in my body right now. So it's good that LIVEGOOD can label everything and they don't just say proprietary blend and then you just don't know what's randomly in there. So definitely this is a great thing to know what exactly you're getting from a product. Definitely it's a great asset that we have. So
one question.
Yes, please raise your hands if you have questions. That would be good. So that way I know who
I did.
Okay, you did, and I don't see it. That's okay. Go ahead with.
Yes. Good night, everyone. Good night, Dr. Ryan Goodkin. So, it's a pleasure to have you with us. My question is, because from the beginning, like or I like it, I think every business, right? From the beginning, you probably have a goal that gradually will or eventually will change based on the demand or based on demand, what the customers, expect or what they really need. So now because Live Good is going global, probably that was in your or in the whole team, you know, um, that it was in the vision. But the question now is, because Live Good is going global, don't you think some of the product of Quiet have some kind of resemblance? I don't know if it's a correct word. Let me just pick an example of three of them that I'm, no, not three, two of them that I'm using. I think to me, they are quite close. Correct me if I'm wrong. For instance, right now I'm taking E3, right? And then strangely, I don't really my body act funny when I drink like energy drink. I stopped for years taking energy like Red Bull, for instance, right? And then when I'm taking the E3 and I realize that my body act a little funny about 5 years, no, sorry, 5 days, right? I'm taking it and my body act a little funny. I feel like my heart beat a little faster. However, I used aminos for I think about almost 3 months now, and I never have any issue with it. I do a lot of activities, right? Work and jobs, all kind of thing, right? It helps me. Aminos help me a lot. But seeing you doing with your wife the presentation of each year, I said, okay, I think I'm gonna stop on aminos because I realized that I will get more in terms of ingredients and probably what my body needs, and I will have more in E3. So let me stop on the aminos and take E3 now. And then, like I said, I realized that it could be me. I think it's something really, it's me, my body. But I was wondering at the same time, don't you think some of the product or kind of, have some kind of resemblance? It's like it's almost the same thing, or it's too close? Because it's too close, don't you think you probably or the team would probably have thinking about, okay, let's jump into something else because now we're going global. Yeah. So I don't think I hope you get my point or you get the question. You get the idea. I mean,
Ramiro, I'm actually a lot like you. So the reason why I can't drink E3 or a lot of coffee is the caffeine. So I'm a slow metabolizer. I had a genetic test that showed that I do not metabolize caffeine very easily. And you might be the same way. So that E3 has
same,
caffeine.
very same. I don't drink coffee. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So where the aminos, there is no caffeine. And that's probably an obvious one. I would say that's a pretty easy, obvious one. And there is differences between the two products. I know there's a lot of similarity, but there's also some different key ingredients in each. I don't really know what you mean by international, global. Like, how do we position it differently to be global?
Okay, let me just quickly tell you what I mean by that. What I mean by that is like, because Live Good is going global now, probably the idea was initially, okay, we're going to cater for the US community. But now we're going like, we have a lot of people in Africa and a lot of people like Philippines. And so, right, I think we need to say, okay, what these communities need. For instance, I'm in the Caribbean, right? We are not, like, for instance, I have a friend, he lives in France for years now. When I was introducing him to Live Good, he said, well, well, I think it's an excuse, definitely, but he has a good point. He said, with the French community, they're not really like the US community. They're not really into supplements. And so they prefer, eat healthy, then go to, take supplement. That's two different culture, right? So now what I mean by that when I say globally is like, okay, because we are going global, or we are like a really 200 and something countries, that's global, right? So don't you think it's time now to say, okay, now we have to cater for these countries or for these communities who are not necessarily or fully into taking supplement, like for instance, household products. That's what I mean by that when I say global.
Okay.
Or yeah.
Yeah, I love it. So email me some ideas. Give me some things that you're thinking. But I like essential oils is probably an example where I agree. Some countries don't consume dietary supplements the way we do. I understand. I do know that. But maybe like things like essential oils and skincare that's approved for the EU, like we're working on right now, household cleaners. So I get it. I know exactly what you mean. Or maybe it needs to be something that's not a physical product, but more of a service or a digital product. And so we've definitely looked at some of these options, and I think I understand your question.
Okay.
But email me, Whitmer. Thank you for those comments. Email me some ideas. If there's little niche markets, not little, I mean, obviously it'd be large, but markets that you know.
Should I email you for some Botox for us ladies in a bottle?
You know, it's funny. Yeah. Botox in a bottle type stuff, like the topical stuff, the skin tighteners. We're working on it. It's hard. It's hard though in that example because silica is a good ingredient for that real tightening expression to remove wrinkles. But it's not good for the skin. So we're trying to figure out a good alternative to it. But we're working on that.
That's great. All right. So my questions now are more technical of in terms of management. I don't know if you're able to answer these questions, but we do have some concerns. For example, we do have a lot of members in Chile and in Mexico. And from what I heard, Chile doesn't accept the products. They most likely, the package get returned to the warehouse because there are some documents that they're asking. I can actually try to forward you one of the documents that they're asking because I actually got a hold on it today. But many of our members aren't able to really promote the products in Chile. Is that something that you're aware of? And also in Mexico, the products are not actually getting through.
Right. So I am not aware of Chile. So if you have some documentation or some awareness, bring it to my attention, please. Email it to me. I am very aware of Mexico. Mexico is exceptionally difficult with their policy on international supplements. It appears they want things, for instance, they would want labels fully expressed in Spanish only. Their distribution facility, setting that up would require a whole new product run with all new labeling. We were under the impression that, in fact, that wasn't exactly the case. And so we've been working with different carriers to try to see about getting into Mexico. It's been going on for quite some time now, and the Mexican community has gotten very frustrated, and they're not really even processing orders anymore. And I think we can win them back, but we need to do it right. We need to make sure that we have it done properly. And that's what we're working on. So as a matter of fact, Lisa had a call with DHL today again. There's a few carriers, I'm sure you're aware. I mean, there's DHL, there's some international carriers, there's Landmark that we use, but Landmark goes through Belgium to get all the way to Mexico. Very inefficient. And it's still unclear what Mexican policy is. And there's an attorney that we were working with trying to build that community up. So that is a work in progress, Olivia. We have not given up on Mexico. I will tell you that Brazil, we have a deal in the works right now with Brazil to be fully compliant with them, and that's a new market. So I suggest for you guys that have international contacts, I think Brazil is a great opportunity for growth.
I do have a lot of members in Brazil too.
Yeah. So let them know that we're going to be signed up with their payment system, Pix.
Okay.
So that's PIX. That is the equivalent. That's just their way of paying and accepting payout.
It's like Cash App or Zelle over there. Yes, I'm aware.
Correct. Okay, good. And then there's a third party carrier that will ship. As a matter of fact, they will come through our warehouse, pick up, and then they'll transit directly to Brazil.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're in good shape with that. But these are the types of international growing pains. And I hesitate. I don't mean to say that lightly because look, we launched global. We should have possibly had more awareness around exactly some of these limitations, but it's not always in the cards that way. It wasn't planned to have so many, mistakes made on international market, but I still believe that people will respond once we get these things in place.
Okay. So as for the document for Chile, I will forward that to you, so that way you can look at it. I took a look at it in the website. I'm not the director of product development, so probably I won't know what to
You
say.
put it to me, I'll handle it, I promise.
Definitely. So, other questions. I know that probably you may not be able to answer these questions that we have, but there are many concerns about the LiveGood website in terms of security. I'm not sure you're able to answer, but I still want to ask. Maybe this is something that you can forward to Ben for us. You never know. Some people find that it's too easy to change information on the LiveGood website. For example,
Wait, change what? Too easy to change what?
the personal information on LiveGood website.
Okay.
Like, for example, name, first name, and everything. Some people think that as soon as you register your account, you should not be able to change the info after. And then there are quite cases of hacking as well. Is there a way to enhance the security? Because we're dealing with money. A lot of us, for example, in my team, we do leave our money on LiveGood website on credit wallet, because we do share, we share that, because in Haiti things are pretty tough.
Right.
Credit card it's most likely a luxury for the community, for the
Right.
population, and this is a way for us to build a business. And this business is really changing life for people in Haiti right now. And then we have many cases where people have been hacked as well. And then we see some random Chinese name taking the money, transferring it. So we were asking if I don't know if it's something that happens only in my community or other communities as well, but maybe a little bit more in security, because we're dealing with money, and I don't know if it's something that LiveGood is aware, most likely.
So thank you for that question, and please email me your concerns and I will address them, but let me comment on it high level. So our IT team has been in MLM with international business for probably the better part of 20 plus years. As a matter of fact, the fraud protection system that is in place now is what is sold and used by many of the very large international companies. It has very advanced fraud protection built into it. It requires constant updates, constant monitoring. What we are seeing, by and large, is a lot of sloppy individual use, where they share passwords and that becomes a pathway for hacking and changing and distributing funds and doing things that otherwise would never happen. And I think that's the number one thing that we see is people share passwords. They get sucked into it, or they follow some link and we shut down a lot of links. We file like complaints against companies where they're false advertising to be one of us or somebody related to the business. So we're very vigilant on it. It is as a fast growing business. Certainly it's a lot to handle, but our team seems to be doing a very, very good job. And I recognize your concern, because there's your money, right? It's your hard-earned money. It's financial aspect of it, and I get that. So the good news is that on a merchant side and the money side and the way that LiveGood keeps it, there is robust security protocols, but it only works as good as the user when it comes to fraud protection. So I want to remind the viewers, please do not share passwords. It's a bad practice. But if you could please email me, Olivia, and like, just give me your specifics. You don't have to be too long on it. Just let me know, like, hey, this part here, it's too easy to change a name or something about that.
Okay.
I will address it with our IT director for sure. I'd be happy to do that. Look, anything to help us help you. It's a team effort.
Yeah, definitely. And the reason why I
I have a
mentioned
question.
that, it's because just give me a quick second, please, and raise hands if you have questions. The reason why I ask, it's because we do have someone in our team that was building his team and everything, and then his account got hacked, and they took money from his account, and what exactly support did was close the account, so he lost everything. I can't imagine myself right now with more than 10,000 members in my team, and for example, I got hacked or something happened, and then LiveGood decided to just close my account, and then all my effort went to waste. That's most likely what I'm talking about, because there are some people that put themselves into LiveGood that gave a lot. And then that's something that I think after just an email, and then sometimes you could just say, okay, misuse, the account has been hacked. They responded, yes, we see someone else using the account from far. It's not even in the same country, something happens, but they still close the account, and that person, all their effort went into waste, and they have to restart again. They lost their team, they lost everything. So that's most likely what I was talking about, because it might be something about password, but at the same time, I found that, for example, today, my account, I can go ahead and change my name and call it Jane Doe. That shouldn't be able, you know what I mean? We shouldn't be able to do that. As soon as I have this account, name, first name, for example, I know there's no date of birth, but there are some information that should not be changed, I think.
Okay,
Like,
I'll take that. I'll take
first
that
name,
one up.
definitely. This is something. And I
This-
think that we have two questions, so let's go. We have Samuel. You can go and unmute yourself, Samuel. Okay, so with Maya then.
Okay, merci. Uh, yes. The question. Okay, it's also concerning the website, Dr. Ryan. It's I mistakenly sent an order to somebody in New York. I said mistakenly, because okay, the system have what we can call the order history, which is great. I think the system should allow us as users also to have, the history of the, I don't think if I should say history, but when like on Amazon, for instance, we have a bunch of addresses where you can have an address into New York and Miami and so forth, right? So I think the system should have captured all those previous addresses, because it could be something that I say, okay, every 2 months I'm gonna send something to my sister in New York, right? But what the system does, it doesn't have, as soon as my last order become my default address. To me, that technically they should, to me technically it's not pretty good, because sometimes you may just send something to a customer, for instance, and it is not an address that you probably will use for this next 6 months. But once the system use that as the default address, it becomes a problem, because sometimes you're kind of rushing, you forget that this is not your default address, and then you send it to the wrong address, which is going to be something very, very, not good. So I would, suggest that you talk about this with the IT team, and also the, okay, so I stop here. Probably the next question, I kind of forget about it.
That's fine. Olivia, will you add that to the notes too, please?
I wasn't really taking notes, but yes.
Well, I mean the email that you were going to send me about IT. I didn't know if you
Yes, I
had
can definitely.
a running list of items, but that one would be a good one for saved addresses as far as convenience and eliminating mistakes go.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, Olivia, I don't mind making notes either. I just didn't know if you had it.
No, that's
in a
fine.
way
I'll
that
do
you were
that, and
summarizing.
I'll send you an email. Don't worry. I'll do that.
Thank you.
Definitely, I was gonna recap with them, and then send an email and ask.
Perfect.
For sure. We have Samuel. So if you guys have any questions, you can put them in the chat or read them. So Samuel, go ahead. Okay.
I remember my question, the next question. If Samuel is not up.
I'm sorry, Wade.
No, I said I remember my next question. If Samuel is not able to talk yet, so I can ask the next question, please.
All right, no problem. Go ahead.
Yes. Oh, okay. Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's not there. So go ahead.
Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, the next question was about I don't remember when exactly. Sometimes probably December or January, I think. We received a PDF document. You know, it's like I forgot what it is like, you know, tips to show us, you know, like for instance, the collagen, this is how we can use it, and then, you know,
Was
they
that from LiveGood?
I don't know. I don't know. That
Okay.
is why I was going to
I don't
ask the
think
question.
I don't think
Oh,
LiveGood sent a PDF. No, that was
oh, okay.
someone that actually did it. So that wasn't from LiveGood.
Okay. Now the question was going to ask now is that do you think is something that might be effective, Dr. Ryan, if we, even though I know for sure, for myself, I know we have some pretty good description for, I can say all the products, I think good enough to share with customers or clients or probably new members. But at the same time, do you think it's something that is feasible in the near future or probably in the future to have a PDF document where we can have, you know, different ways that we can use certain products, even though I know for sure you did, the system or the team did a very good job where they have a short clips on, you know, most of the products that we can go and watch. For instance, like you just said, you told leader Olivia, that she can use collagen with warm water. It's only today I discover, and I sell a collagen to somebody about 2 months ago. And then she keep on struggling to know how can I use. Well, I definitely told her, well, this is how you can use it based on the videos that you made with your wife. But at the same time, her body was kind of funny when she using it with other products, like mix the collagen with other products. But it's today I told her about the warm water, and she said she's gonna try it. And then yeah, so this I don't know if you understand my question
I
about
do. It's actually, we're almost, yeah, no, I do. And we are almost done, actually. I've been designing these one pagers for each product that are super informative, have all the suggested ways to use them. And they are PDFs, actually. But once they're done, they will be up on the website. They'll be shareable, so we can get that done. And we're redoing the short videos. So everything, we're trying to keep it 90 seconds or less, like a minute and a half. And so we're redoing all those in the studio, so it looks better, it sounds better, it's more professional. Because lately, I mean, these videos they're not high quality in my house. I mean, they're, you know, so that's all happening right now. That's actually what's keeping me pretty busy.
I have to say congratulations with the new studio and the new videos. I keep on downloading them to put them on my profile. Definitely, it's a great thing that you guys think of having something more professional with good lighting. I really like it. The essential oils, I have to tell you, I love them.
I love it.
Love it. Okay, so we have another person. Let me just mute everybody because it's actually making a noise, and then let's just give people the possibility to unmute themselves. It's better like this. So we have you can unmute yourself, Mr. Ryan. We have Dr. Jean-Michel.
Thank you very much. Hi, Dr. Ryan. It's a pleasure to talk to you today. I'm very glad to talk to you. I have a little question about quality and price. Considering the quality price relationship, do you think the product's price will be increased in the years come for the next years? Because we have good quality and we live good, do you think the price will be increased for the next 2 years, for example?
No, I think we'll see price decreases. As we buy more, our volume will drive price down. We try to pass those savings directly on to you. Pain cream was an example. We had got a better deal. We passed the savings on to you. It's hard to say. Material costs can go up, they can go down. I don't see them going up. I feel like we've come off of a peak. I think prices will continue to stay about where they are. Unless we make changes, there's possibilities for making changes to product. The CBD, for example, there's a big announcement coming that nobody's heard yet, but we're moving to a USDA organic CBD tincture. We'll see what happens on the price. Right now it looks comparable, we're close, but I mean, if it goes up, it's going to be only by small amounts. But in most cases, I expect prices to go down in the next 1 to 3 years, to be honest.
Because I think also Ben mentioned, the more we're going to have affiliates, the more we're going to have members, prices will be decreasing. And I think we've seen the price decrease a bit. I think the multivitamins and stuff, many of the products, the super reds, I think the price actually went down.
That's correct.
One of the question that actually came out all the time in our Zoom is, which one of the products are designed for children right now, the one that we have? Are we able to give these products to children without actually seeing any doctors? For example, if someone is doing a smoothie, can we give the super reds or the super greens to children?
I love that question. And get another month, one more month, and we'll have the children's gummy, multi-gummy out. It's plant-based. It will be USDA organic. It's awesome. You'll never, there's nothing else like it on the market. So another month, one more month. But the reds, the greens, yes and yes. I do give both of those to my children. It's personal preference. I mean, those examples are whole foods. It'd be like grinding up some vegetables and buying spirulina or getting some chlorella and put it into a smoothie for your kids. It's no different. There's nothing in there that would harm a child. The only thing I would say is that some of those ingredients are sort of rare foods. They're not commonly used foods. So maybe they might possibly have difficulty with digestion the first time they take it if it's too much for them. So maybe you start with a half a dose. But yes, I agree. That's how I do it. I mean, the only thing I'm careful with my kids, I won't give them any really anything caffeinated, the E3 or the coffee. The vitamin D3 is a fat soluble vitamin, so I'm careful with that one because it can build up in their system. I'm trying to think what else might be some things to be careful. The CBD, we don't really use the CBD.
Creatine.
Sorry?
The creatine.
Yeah, no need for the creatine. I mean, I think studies have shown that it's beneficial in children, but it would be more probably for developing sort of late adolescence or teenage years, probably as you start going through and becoming later teens, 17, 18, 19. I think the creatine could be beneficial. There's a lot of studies that support creatine in children, but it's not something that I would tell people and recommend. Okay. It just doesn't seem like that wasn't really the purpose. It was more to help adults with the brain and their physical performance. But yeah, so anyway, that's how we do it in our house. I've talked about it quite a bit, and you have to be careful with children. Obviously, if there's iron in a product, you need to be cautious. That's why the multivitamins have a child security lid. Iron can be toxic in high doses for children. So there's a lot of these examples that I'm trying to think of some others as I'm sitting here, but just be careful. And the kids need to be getting healthy foods. We know that. Like we need to lead by example, and they need to see us doing it as well. I hate to see these poor kids getting, drinking these sugary beverages and these junk foods. It's not good for their brain. It's not good for their development. So if you're going to ask me my honest opinion, I'd much rather have them take supplements for sure. Yes.
All right. So we have Kenzie, Nicola. He's a platinum in Haiti.
Woo!
Kenzie, you can unmute yourself. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, Dr. Ryan. It's a pleasure to meet you today. And then we have many questions in how teams, but I will I will try to ask some of them. The first one, Coach Olivia said one of them about the credit card, and indeed it's very difficult to have a credit card, and then in the website of Live Good, we just use your credit card for just one account. And then the first question is, um we want to use our credit card to enroll a person. Then I don't know if you understand the first one. If I want to enroll a person, I got my credit card on my website. Can I use this credit card to enroll this person? It's the first one. The second one, and it's about when you're a platinum, or when you're gold, when you're a diamond. I think we can I think Live Good can give us some ability uh to to do some how can I say that, some how can I say that, est-ce qu'on pourrait faire des suivis pour les membres?
He wants to be able to. He wants to be able to do follow-ups for the members.
Yeah, for the member, for the member of our team. It's the second one. The last one, when we have someone ask me this question, is Samuel. He raised his hand to but he can't speak. When we don't know, we can die, and when someone is dying, he have an account. He wants to lead this account to his children. How can we do that? It's one of the question he asked me. And then the last one, okay, I think I can leave like that, but I will return after.
Good.
So question one, yes, I mean, to my knowledge, but here's the thing. I would love to get these in writing from you so I can get you precisely the right answer. So if you could email me those 3 questions, Ryan@livegood.com, I will get you those answers. But let me just take a quick stab at it. I think yes on the first one. As long as your billing address matches and the fraud alerts don't go up, yes, you can use the credit card. But again, let me confirm that. Number 2, are you talking about an email, kind of an email list, so that you can do, email server, like so you can send out mass emails? Or how are you trying to get your group, your members together? Are you trying to invite them on Zooms? What exactly are you referring to in that regard?
Yeah. The problem is, if a member of my team have a problem, and I want to send an email to Live Good to try to solve his problem, can I do that? But no, not yet.
No, you cannot. No, they won't speak to you on behalf of another member. That is one of our security protocols. It's frustrating. I get it, because there's a lot of barriers. I get that the language, I get the cultural. There's a lot of reasons why it's tough for some people to handle their own issues, but it's such a fraud protection thing that unfortunately right now we can't speak to somebody that's not the owner of the account.
I think his last question was about giving like power of attorney, most likely. Let's say something happened to me.
Oh yeah,
and
correct. To my knowledge, I know we've talked about this as part of generational transfer and estate planning, and I'm pretty sure that we accommodate that. I'm almost certain.
Okay. I don't think it's in our term and conditions, but definitely
it might not be, but this question has come up recently, and I remember it being a favorable answer to the effect that yes, we could do that. But again, can I please confirm that in writing so I can make sure that you have the accurate information?
Perfect. All right. So I think we do have another person, and then
Yeah. Can I remember one of them. Yeah. I can continue. Yeah, okay, thank you. The only ways we can use to contact LiveGood is an email. One of the member of my team asked if we can have a phone number, like a call center like that, to call the person and make some follow up, like you said. Yes, sir.
So we do not have a phone number. The phone number that's posted actually has a voicemail set up that says you have to email support. That was an early on business decision. Ben has been pretty steadfast in maintaining that. So as of now, there is no call center. There's no way to reach a person by phone. But if you send an email to support and you get a ticket number, and say you get a confusing reply or something that just doesn't seem correct, then you can also reach out to Lisa, and she's taken on an additional responsibility beyond being the director of education. But part of the education is to ensure that you guys are getting hopefully the correct answers. So she'll work with our director of customer service to ensure that those answers, that you get the answers that you're looking for, if that makes sense. That's long answer, but get a ticket number from support. If they don't answer your question satisfactorily, you can reach out to Lisa, and we can then go back to support and answer your question the way you wanted it to be in the first place.
All right.
It's a little convoluted, but please recognize that phones can be very, very, very time wasting. Yeah. Call centers can be very expensive, even if you outsource to El Salvador or Jamaica, but they can be very, very costly. So it's difficult. We recognize it, but at the same time, email support it can be done. It can be done, especially as we work out kinks, and especially as people become more educated and they can start to help sort of answer some of the questions themselves. So yeah, I think that email support is still satisfactory, but for me and Lisa, we recognize the challenge. We want to help. So get the ticket number and then send it to us.
Okay, thank you. I'll get Franklin. Franklin, you can go ahead and ask your question, and then we have Josias, and then we'll end. So Franklin, where is he? I don't see him anymore. So
okay, thank you. Good night, Dr. Ryan. Good evening, everybody. We thank you for accepting our invitation. We're really pleased to have you with us on this Zoom call. My question is this. I am a little bit confused when it comes to the instructions on how to take the supplements. For instance, on the website, it says we can take them like without food, but sometimes on the YouTube videos, you and your wife will say that we can take them with, we have to take them with food. So my question is it okay? Is there a different scenario where we have to, take the supplements like in a different way based on the situation or based on the scenario, like if it's for losing weight, if it's for if you see what I mean.
Thank you. I think you said his name is Franklin. Thank you for that question. You have to recognize my personality a little bit. I'm very particular. There are benefits to the way that you can get more out of these products if you take them a certain way, but that doesn't mean you can't take them another way. And so some of these products are better with food. If you ever notice your stomach is upset or you're just not feeling well after taking it, it's probably because it should be taken with food. Many of the vitamins or the nutrients or the food ingredients are fat soluble. And so again, when there's food in the belly, it helps these vitamins and minerals dissolve better and absorb better and mix around in the fat better. And so that, as an example, is when I do the video on my routine, I will tell you that like I will only take the multivitamin, the D3 with food. It's my preference. And I have a lot of advice for people on how to get the most out of the products. So like the learn more section, the videos, But sometimes, like you said, maybe there's a little confusion. Maybe I say something one way and then I say it again another way. But if there ever is some questions on how to take it and get the most out of it, you can also email me if it's not clear on the website. But I think with the new videos we're making that we're in the process of doing, I will be very, very, very clear, and it will probably make a lot more sense. And then when we do the videos with Lisa and I, my wife and I, we do it as casual, just conversational, like how we like to do things. And sometimes I just speak, I say random things sometimes. But at the end of the day, I want you to understand that there are ways to maximize our products. So thank you for that question. That is a really good question.
Okay, thank you. So my last question is, I'm accustomed to take the vitamin D3K2, like early in the morning with food. And for lunch, I take the multivitamin with the sometimes, the aminos and super red. And then 30 minutes before I go to bed, I take the magnesium. Is that okay?
Yeah, you're hitting it out of the park, buddy. That's perfect. Yes, D3 in the morning. Awesome. It suppresses melatonin, sets your day up as if you're getting sunshine, and then a multivitamin with lunch, perfect. Your magnesium at bedtime, outstanding. With the reds, the aminos, I love it. Good job.
So is it mandatory to take the vitamin D3K2 by itself? I cannot, let's say, if I want to take the methylene blue before or after the vitamin D, is not a problem.
No, you can take the methylene blue anytime. I would say early in the day, because it can stimulate the brain so much that it can be hard to fall asleep. Okay. There are some things that I would tell you to watch out for, like magnesium should not be taken with any other of the vitamins. Yeah, right. But everything else you said is perfectly fine.
Yes, for the magnesium, I always make sure leave 2 hours before or after taking any other medication.
Are you a pharmacist?
No, I'm just following your instructions on YouTube. I watch a lot of your videos.
I love it, man. Good job. Good job.
All right. Thank you very much.
All right. I think I have someone else. But before I have a question. Some people ask me, why do some products have barcodes and some don't? That's what I was actually looking at.
Yeah. So that started early on. When we first started, we were going to do barcodes for the warehouse. And then we decided we weren't going to barcode the warehouse. So that was an internal barcode that was just for us to organize our inventory. But we decided it was not needed. And now we are kicking ourselves because we want the barcodes on everything again. And so growing pains, Olivia, growing pains.
I see. Josia Sherry, you can go ahead, and then.
Okay. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
And may God bless your business. May God bless you all. Okay. I have 2 questions, which are 2 problems for us here in Dominican Republic. First of all, I have one of my downline who has his account blocked since 2 or 3 weeks. We wrote to the company, to the board, but unfortunately, we don't have the positive response yet. And I would like to know how this situation could be, normalized, because for us is a problem, because my downline is an active person, and according to the blockers, I think that my team goes a little bit slowly. This is the first problem, and I would like to know, Dr. Ryan, how you could solve this problem. The second point is here in Dominican Republic, we have a lot of people in our team that want to, order product. But unfortunately, there's a reality here where, the majority of us step in the business with money, with, buying crypto, and a lot of us don't use card in the system. And according to the the information that we have on the on the net, they say that it's very easy for us to obtain the card that LIVEGOOD can provide us with. But unfortunately, since now we are like in the air, nothing can be solved in that situation, and we'd like to know exactly what we can do, to solve those two problems. Please.
So
I just want to check. You have an issue with the products not coming to Dominican Republic, or not able to use credit cards in the Dominican Republic to buy the products? Pastor Chéri? Josiah Chéri, are you still there? You can unmute yourself. Go ahead. Are you still there, Josias, Pastor Josias? Bon.
I'm there. I'm there. Do you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Okay. Basically, we want to order product, but we would like to have the card that we can have from LIVEGOOD, and we want to know exactly what we can do to have this card easily, because a lot of us want to buy product, but it's a little bit difficult for us because we don't use credit card.
Okay, you mean you don't use crypto, but many of us in our team do have the card. There is I do have a lot of members in Dominican Republic that has the credit card that e-wallet provides.
Yes, in that sense, you have to have you have to have money on the credit wallet.
Yes,
but unfortunately,
there's no other way to
the
load money. So this is not something Dr. Ryan can really assist, because this is e-wallet. This is not LIVEGOOD.
Okay, but for the first problem, so what you can do for it? Because my downline want to to use his account. We pay the membership. We also invite people, and we see in the system that the account is in function. But unfortunately, we can't have access to it.
So that I can answer. So your downline should have obviously been reached out to support. It sounds like he did, and there should be a ticket number. If there's not, email back again, get a ticket number, and send it to me so that I can investigate and see. I want you to understand, if an account was closed, similar to the example, Olivia, that we were talking about earlier, if an account is closed or shut down, it's because they've investigated it. Our IT fraud department has investigated it and found some wrongdoing, something that has gone wrong. Sometimes, on rare occasion, there might be some misunderstanding. And I hope that's the case here. I can look into that for you, but I need the ticket number. I need the customer support number.
Okay, I understand, Dr. Ryan. But unfortunately, we were twice so we don't have we don't have a positive response yet.
Sorry, Dr. Pastor Joseph, what he said is that he will follow up. So you need to give us the ticket number, and then we'll send a message to Lisa, and Lisa will follow up to verify what happened and why you weren't able to get a possible answer for your issue.
Okay, can you tell me, Leader Olivia, what kind of the message that I have to send? The username and the password of my downline, or what I have to do exactly?
You never share password. You never share password with anyone. He said,
thank you, Olivia.
Number. There's a ticket number on the message. We'll discuss after, okay? You can contact me. I don't know who's your upline. You can contact me and then I'll explain what needs to be done.
My upline is Reginald Jeune.
Right. Okay, that's not an issue. I speak to Reginald almost every day. So we're in the same city. We'll resolve that. Okay.
Okay, thank you. All right.
Perfect. I have 2 more hands. At least let's try to finish within the next 5-10 minutes because we don't want to keep Mr. Ryan too long.
I gotta get my kids to bed.
I know. So I know that. So let's take another 2 questions and then we'll end this. So Samuel, you wanted to ask a question, so go ahead.
Yes. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mr. Ryan. It's a pleasure to hear you. I wish that it's not the last time that you will meet us and our team. We got, I say hello to my mother, Olivia, Coach Olivia.
They call me their mother.
I say hello to everybody. Yeah, because this is you who come with the company or with the business for us, so that we call you our mother. Yeah, I got so many problems in my team. So the first one, this is the same with the last person we come to speak, but mine is a little different. So I got a downline who was trying to change his username. It was Ushkama 23. He changed it by Jean Joel Saloting 23. Live Good accept it, but when he's trying to get up on his account, Live Good said he doesn't know the password, or he didn't change the password. I want to know how to resolve this problem because he wrote to Live Good. Live Good never answer him. And each Friday, if Thursday, Live Good sent a message to tell him it has to finish with his to block his position. So it was he was make two blocking position. So, but he's a member. He's affiliate. He he's paid the membership, but he cannot get anything. It's for that he doesn't want to enroll anybody else because he cannot get possibility to get his account. So this is my first problem. The second one is when somebody got an account, he got money and he's a member of the Live Good. So and he's gonna be for a reason, any reason, he cannot get access to his account. I want to know if there is no way, like a parent or relative or his daughter or son, who can continue with his account for him, because there is accident, there is death, anything can arrive. I would like to know if they cannot submit or like somebody else relative or parents can operate on his name. Thank you.
So, Olivia, you might have to help a little bit, but with password reset, again, such a sensitive topic, a lot of fraud protection is built around password reset. You can request password reset through support at LiveGood. That then has to go through a manual approval process just as another check. So it could take a little bit of time, but we don't take it, we take that very seriously because there's, like I said, a lot of fraud. So if it's a password reset, so go to support at LiveGood, email them, get a ticket number, and you can also send that to me, and we'll take a look at it and make sure that your password reset is being done for you. So any other than that, Olivia, was there another question in there that you were able to understand?
The question he was asking, I think it was about the estate again. Is there a way that maybe we can have a procedure if someone pass away and then the account can be transferred to the next of kin or something like that? Maybe because I think some of them, they most likely they see a lot in LiveGood. They see how LiveGood is growing. They really want to build a business with LiveGood. They love LiveGood, and sometimes they don't want their.
Let me say in Creole. If they don't understand, let me say in Creole that so that you can translate for me.
I'm sorry.
Bon dire en créole, c'est
Ok, mais il pas parler créole, donc il pas qu'à parler l'autre langue sous lui.
Non.
Je sais pas. Donc, so what he meant is that they're working hard to build their team. They want to, if something happened to them, they're able to, to have a power of attorney, to have someone or the next of kin to take care of their account if something would happen to them. So probably if we can have some type of procedure for that, because this is something that is quite alarming for them. The fact that they don't want their account to go to waste because they're no longer alive or something like that. Probably that's one thing that maybe LiveGood can put in the term and condition, if possible. Also, we do have a question about the methylene blue. So me, I haven't taken mine because I go to school in the morning and I don't want to walk in class with my tongue blue. So what else can we do? And then also someone said, can we take a warm shower as a substitute to sun showers?
I saw that. So no on the warm shower. It's not about temperature. It's about photon energy. You need the sun, but you don't have to have it. Methylene blue does better with sun. So, but for you, Olivia, and all of your viewers, if you take the film out of the pouch, fold it in half, and then fold it in half again twice, you put a little square on the back of your tongue, and with water you swallow. If you're going to school in the morning, methylene blue would be great for you. If you can try it on a weekend or try it on a day you don't have school so you can figure out how to do it so your mouth doesn't stain blue, a little bit of blue on the back of your tongue, you can tell your friends or people in class with you, you talk to them about it, like, look, it's a nootropic. It stimulates brain function. It helps me study better, helps me remember things and all of that. So I love it for studying. I love it for brain. I love it for mitochondrial health. So make sure you're doing that. Don't miss out.
Don't miss out. Yes. Okay. I will. All right. So my God, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Dr. Ryan, for coming to our Zoom. We needed that. I've been in the business for a year at this point, and then we all wanted to have some type of meeting with one of the co-founders. We'd love to have Ben one day, if possible.
We could try to get Ben for sure.
For sure. And also maybe another day we can try to schedule another visit, because some of my team, they were quite jealous that they weren't there.
Come on down.
This time.
Come in the studio this time.
Yeah. The studio is in there too? I thought the studio was at your house.
No, it's at the warehouse.
It's at the warehouse. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. All right. One thing that I wanted to ask. There is an event happening in Vegas. Is it LiveGood doing it or some of the diamonds doing it?
Oh, it's some of the members, some of the affiliates are doing it. It's not a LiveGood event, but obviously you know that it's.
Okay.
It's all of our people. It's our family of people. So
yes, I know, but we wanted to know if it was an official convention, Live Good convention. That's what we wanted. It's not.
it is not.
Is that something that you guys are planning in the future to?
Good question. We started the business with the answer of no, and then we started changing our minds.
You
So
gotta change your
we
mind.
are,
You
we are
gotta change
changing
your
it.
mind.
So we don't have a date. We don't have anything planned yet, but we will eventually have something, some large convention for sure.
Because some of my members, they're like, yes, we cannot wait to have a official Live Good members coming,
We
like
will.
convention, definitely, yes. All right. So thank you very much for spending this hour with us. I know I'm gonna let you put your kids to bed, I know. So thanks very much. And then hopefully we can definitely have you some other time, or maybe Nader, or maybe Lisa, or maybe Ben as well. We never know.
Yeah, or all of us. We can do something as a group. That would be fun. And let
Yes.
us know when you want to visit. I will make sure I'm available.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So guys, you can unmute yourself most likely and to say bye and thank you to Dr. Ryan. For me, it was a pleasure to have you. So definitely I will message you with all the notes that I've taken so far tonight. And then if there's anything, we'll keep in touch. And thank you very much again. And thank you for having the idea to create Live Good, because Live Good is changing my life. And I'm so happy that I bought Live Good all the way to Canada, to Haiti, my community. And then we love Live Good. Some of us are like obsessed, to let you know, to tell you, we're obsessed of what Live Good is doing for us and in the community. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ryan. Bye.
That's another
Bye,
plan.
thank you. Ok, n'oubliez pas, on a un meeting là, et si on peut aller au
Bye,
meeting.
everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Ryan. May God
Thank
bless
you,
you.
Dr. Ryan.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you,
Ryan.
Dr. Ryan.
Thank you.
Keep up the good work.
À tout de suite. Au revoir, bye bye, goodbye.
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 Désolé, moi c'était nous.